Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another class setup skill tree. There's going to be multiple of these on my channel for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Again, I'm a little bit behind with this content because with my personal life and everything that's going on, I just don't have time to dive into games. But prior to Wonderlands coming out, I figured I'd just, dip my toes a little bit, share it with you guys. If you're excited for this game, let me know in the comments down below and tell me what class you are going to start with, because I still haven't chosen the class I'm going to start with, and I'm interested to see what you guys are expecting from this game and class that you pick. So, Spore Warden. They are masters of nature who summon tornadoes and launch volleys of arcane arrows into enemy lines alongside their toxin-spewing mushroom companion. So this is kind of your hunter-based character from like World of Warcraft. You got a companion, you got a bow and arrow, but in the Borderlands world. So for those who are new to the game and never really played Borderlands, this is your skill tree. This is tier 1. You have to spend a certain amount of points in tier 1 to unlock tier 2, down to tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, obviously. Usually there's a limitation on how many points you can spend. So if you've got like 30 points, you have to really pick and choose what you want to spend it in if you want to get to like tier 6 and have a point available. So I don't know how that game's going to work. No, I don't know whether you can get unlimited points, who knows. But anyway, class feat. Mushroom Companion. The Fate Maker is accompanied by a mushroom companion that targets nearby enemies and deals poison damage. Pinging an enemy will cause your mushroom companion to lunge towards them. Any increases to the Fate Maker's damage also applies to their companion, so any buffs you get, your companion gets. That's a very interesting perk though. So if you got like an enemy who may be like a bit behind the pack of enemies that you're shooting and they're hitting you with ranged attacks, you can ping it and your mushroom companion will dive in there and either distract them or put poison on them or damage them. So, very hunter-like, so that's pretty cool. Action skills. Barrage. The Fate Maker summons an ethereal bow, firing 7 arrows that deal ability damage on impact. Arrows ricochet twice between nearby enemies. So if you got a group of like 20 enemies, you could pretty much hit all of them with this, from my understanding of what I'm reading there. Barrage has multiple charges. Increases to gun damage apply to damage dealt by barrage. Huh. Okay. So if you've got buffs to your gun damage, your barrage is going to do more damage. So if you just stack into gun damage, this class ability is going to just destroy things. Hey. The Fate Maker creates 3 frost cyclones for a duration that seek out nearby enemies, dealing frost ability damage over time, and probably freeze them too if it doesn't kill them. If you want to play more ranged, more crowd control, this is probably for you. But man, this sounds amazing. The barrage, I think that's what I would probably go for, to be honest. Okay, let's look at the passive skills. Tier 1, Bounty of the Hunt. It's a kill skill. Action skill cooldown rate is increased for a brief duration. So if you're killing things, you're going to get your action skill cooldown, your barrage or your cyclones. Pretty cool. Kindred Heart. Companion health is increased and the companion damage is increased. So if you want to do more with your little mushroom guy, this is the way to go. And then you got a gun build down here. So gun damage is increased, gun handling is increased. So if you were to throw this perk in, and get your gun damage, you can use it to improve your barrage. So you can maybe split it between the action skill cooldown, so you're getting your barrage more often, and a bit of gun damage, so your barrage does more damage. So there's going to be a lot of builds here, I believe, with this character. It feels like this is going to be the most versatile off through your first play. Affinity ability damage is increased, so you could throw that in with your barrage as well, and the gun damage will do even more. Spore Cloud. Your mushroom companion will occasionally let one rip, taunting enemies and leaving a poison cloud that deals damage over time. So if you wanted to build into your companion, you can use them as a distraction while also putting damage over time onto enemies. Bullseye. Gun critical hit chance is increased, companion critical hit chance is increased. So if you are going a gun build, specifically just guns, or a companion build, this will also be important. But I feel like I'd probably go with these. Even with a barrage build, I'd take this as the distraction to maybe let rip a barrage and destroy a lot of things. Tier 3, Quiver of Holding. Magazine size is increased, so you just get more ammo regeneration over time. Medicinal Mushroom. While the Fate Maker is in Save Your Soul, their mushroom companion will attempt to revive them. If it does, you and your companion gain increased damage dealt for a duration. So this could work really well with the barrage as well. So say you get knocked down and guy comes and saves you, and then you pop back up and there's 20 enemies around you, you can just barrage them all and wipe them out. Windrunner, increase movement speed and fire rate for a duration. This effect can stack. That's a kill skill, so you know, if you want to be moving around with like your guns and you're like just getting around and speedy, this is the perk for you. Tier 4, Thrill of the Hunt. Gun critical hits grant increased companion damage for a duration. This effect can stack up to 10 times. If you're going gun companion, could be for you. Cold shot. While aiming down sights, the Fate Maker gains an ever increasing amount of increased gun damage and damage reduction. Well, how fast does that wear off? As soon as you let go of the aim down sights, because if it's not instant, you could stack this with the barrage ability that we just spoke about before to do more damage. This sounds like my kind of class, to be honest. I'm intrigued. Wrath of Nature. Whenever the Fate Maker deals ability damage to an enemy, the affected enemy takes increased damage from all sources for a duration. So you're basically just putting a weakness on them. Headhunter. Gun damage dealt to critical hit areas is increased. If you're going gun build, gun/companion build, that's pretty good. And then tier 6, Play the Angles. The Fate Maker's gun critical hits have a chance to ricochet, dealing reduced ability damage to a nearby enemy. Ricocheted shots have small chance to ricochet an additional time. So when you crit someone, there's a chance of it hitting 2 more people at reduced damage each time. I feel like if you were just going like ability barrage, you know, increase gun damage, use your barrage and get cooldown as often as possible, this doesn't seem that important. But if you was going gun build/companion build, then obviously this would be pretty good too. I'm sure it will work even with the barrage build from what I'm picturing in my mind anyway. So interesting. It's a hunter build, you know, we're used to those in many MMO games. If you've played MMOs, even most RPG games as well, you have a companion, you play from range, you send your companion in, crowd control-esque type build. I feel like this could be my starting class. It sounds fun, it sounds interesting, it sounds like you could get some pretty good damn builds from it too. So yeah, maybe. So let me know what you're thinking down below about this class. Is it going to be your starter? Do you have another starter in mind? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm excited for this game. I cannot wait. Spore Warden, I might be seeing you soon. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.